Hey everybody, welcome back. I just want to give an update and some additional information about sedating with cannabis. Um, this dog is still a puppy and not quite a year old yet, and has not experienced cannabis oil at all, ever, to my knowledge, prior to this incident, which was very traumatizing for her. All these porcupine needles. Um, some of them were deep. I mean, they went right through the gum, uh, and so managed to get about, I want to say, 30 of them out without sedating her, and that was quite a challenge because she was very strong, and and she got to a point where she was not going to tolerate, not going to cooperate, and still had about 100 needles to go. And the her owner wouldn't be able to afford to get her into the vet until Wednesday. So let's see, this is Monday. That was Sunday night. This happened. Actually, Saturday night. Is that right? Yeah, Saturday night, and then all day. Then we hit Sunday AM, right? And it was a 10-hour job taking care of this dog. And 4 grams of oil is a lot of oil for any one or any mammal, even a horse. I'm going to say 4 grams is a lot. Um, so she got sedated to the point where she would pass out and get a couple of needles, and that would wake her up. And then she'd need to deal with that pain. And then she'd settle back down. She'd pass out again and get a couple more needles. Well, at some point, I want to say about 12 hours after getting all these needles out, she's still quite intoxicated. And she started crying, actually. And I've never experienced this before with a dog. And so I was able to comfort her, hold her close and comfort her, talk softly into her ear and calm her down. But she just can't comprehend what's going on. And this medicine, this cannabis, is having quite an effect on her. Well, I've explained that just half a BB of this oil can cause this in a man or a woman. It can cause you to be just absolutely sick, miserable, go into sweats, vomiting, lose your balance. You can't walk. Some people will curl up like a ball on the floor because it's a shock to your endocannabinoid system. Yeah, but once your endocannabinoid system is nourished, you won't get those effects at all. Well, um, this puppy dog, she got the shakes like from fear. She just, couldn't stop shivering. So I picked her up. I just put her on my lap and I held her and comforted her, and that calmed that shaking down. And this is why I say to anyone who's going to use the oil or the mouth rinse, and it's your first time, you want to be with somebody that you know, that you trust, someone who will take care of you if you need to be taken care of. So this is what I'm dealing with now with the dog. So she's just been spending most all her time passed out sleeping, which is really good. She doesn't have to deal with the pain so much while she's healing, mending up. And yet, um, we have to deal with things like she lost control of her bladder. So that was no big deal. We just cleaned it up. Uh, this morning, she had a bowel movement in the house. She just wasn't capable of getting up and going out. So clean that up. And we took care of that. So these are the kind of things that you can expect. Now, if you can afford to go to the vet to have porcupine needles removed, that's probably going to be the least traumatizing for the animal and for you, because the dog will be asleep and will sleep through all of it. However, if you don't have access to a vet, you don't have money for a vet, and you got a pet that's full of porcupine needles, if you have cannabis oil, you can take care of the situation. Otherwise, the only humane thing to do is to euthanize that animal. And fortunately, we didn't have to do that here for Millie. She's going to be just fine. I think another 24 hours, and most of this is going to be wore off, and she'll be ready to be playing some tug of war. But I'm not sure I'm ready for it, because I'm still recovering from that job myself. But I just wanted to give a little further update on this, so that anybody that finds themselves in a situation where they're dealing with sedating an animal, what you can expect uh, following the treatment. It can be days of caring for that animal until it comes out of the effects of the cannabis. And that's what I'm dealing here with Millie. So she's just laying here at my feet right now. That's where she decided she wanted to be, is in this spot. And I don't even know if she's aware I'm standing over her talking right now. She is just out like a light, which is good, because she's full of regenerative uh, herbs, pain killing herbs, and sleep medicine, sleep herbs. And that's what she needs. It's too bad that she had to experience the trauma. Um, so interesting. Uh, as she was first getting heavily sedated, and I'd pluck a needle, a prill out of her, the reaction was instant. In other words, I'd pull and she'd jump. And after the she got a little bit more sedated, it took a little bit more effect. I'd pull a needle out, and a few seconds would pass, and then she would react, right? Um, so she's definitely feeling that pain. There's no doubt about it. And that's traumatic. Um, so, again, if you can get to a vet, that's going to be the best for you and for the animal. If you can't get to a vet and you have good cannabis oil, you can take care of the situation. So I just wanted to share some of this, some of these details with y'all, and hope your animal never has an encounter with a porcupine, because it's just not fun for anyone. All right, everybody. Much love. We'll be back soon. Hope everyone's having a great Memorial Day weekend. Bye for now.